Antonio, last year felt like a lot more. The scoring burden was on you kind of every night. The pressure was on. Do you feel like with all the other options on this team, it's kind of freed you up a little bit to kind of play more in the flow? And then on a night like tonight, if you got to cook and just cook?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of scoring threats out there with us, and everybody can dribble pass, shoot, like Coach was talking about. So, we just continue to look for one another and find one another, whoever's open, whoever's got the high hand, give it to them. So.
Trey, I know you savored your mentorship role you have with these young guys. Tonight was a breakthrough for Justin Edwards. How have you helped him along? What did you think of his play tonight?
I can't take credit for that. That's all Justin. He puts the work in every single day. That's all him. All I can be for him is a support system, just to keep reminding him of what he's capable of. Sometimes as a player, it's easy to overthink things, no matter what your age is. That's just it comes with the game. But he stayed the course and he's fought every second he's got. So he deserves a night like tonight.
Trey, what did the Antonio Reeves scoring flurry in the first half look like from your perspective? I think he had 9 straight shots there.
Honestly, I was starting to get a little cold over there. It was just flurrying. He wasn't missing, but he works harder than anybody I know. And when you put the work in, eventually it's gonna show. So I think that we did a great job finding him, and it's up to him to knock the shot down. And you see, he was getting a little bouncy tonight. I ain't seen that side of Tony. He wanted to go put somebody in the rim. But yeah, he's another guy that deserves a night like tonight.
Antonio, through the first couple months of the season, what do you like about what you've seen over here? What do you like about what you've seen from Reed and DJ thus far?
I seen leadership. I feel like they're older than what they is. Like their game, they're freshmen, but they play older than what they are. They focus, to whatever we doing in practice. Listen to coaches, listen to the older guys and things like that. So, they continue to figure it out and grow. As freshmen. So.
Hey guys, here in the back. Last week it was kind of the emphasis of the freshmen sort of taking over, and now it was not saying that they didn't do anything tonight. Obviously they contributed, but with you guys, the veterans, kind of carrying most of the weight tonight, what does that say overall about this roster? How do you build off of it? How does it make you more confident and excited heading forward?
I would say that it says that it could be anybody's night, any given night. You don't know who it's gonna be. It just so happened to be that it was us, But regardless of the circumstances, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna play hard every single possession. As older dudes, we know that those games leading into Christmas break can be, they call them trap games, because people are already mentally on break. But I think this is a team. I honestly say it's the first team I've been on that didn't have any mental slips going into break. Like everybody was locked in, ready to play for this game.
Hey guys, for both of y'all, back here, Louisville had kind of a hot start to this game and their momentum started to fizzle out. What did you guys feel that you guys were able to do to kind of stunt that momentum and not let them back in it really from then on out?
They came out swinging. It was a rivalry game. So, they came out 100%, ready to play. And, we came out 100% too. So, as the game goes on, you just got to figure out ways to, try to shut them down and try to, take away things, on the offensive end. So, as the game went on and on, we started to figure things out.
Hey guys, back right corner back here. You guys both played a lot of college ball, played in some rivalry games. Have you ever been in a scenario where you're the visiting team and you can so clearly hear chants for your team in another team's building like this?
It was definitely a first for me. I haven't been in a position like this. I think that goes back to the fan base on both sides. I mean, like you looked around, you saw blue and red everywhere. I don't think it was more one color than another. I think it was pretty evenly split down the middle. So it was just like, at times you were out there, you couldn't hear anything on both sides of the floor. So, I mean, that just goes to the Kentuckians. Is that what it is, Kentuckians?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. But that shows their love for the game and their support for both schools.
Trey, back here. with Louisville Knights didn't have the best ball control when they got around the rim. You and Reeves seem like you guys combined well. What's it been like working with him and getting the ball out fast? You guys can have more success on the transition.
You said me and Reed?
Yeah, you and Reeves.
That goes back to practice. You know, that's something we work on every day. Just getting the ball out fast and moving. I mean, we got a team of dudes that run. Sometimes it's Reed, sometimes it's Tone, sometimes it could be anybody. You know, the reality of it is if I get a rebound, even if they make a basket, I'm looking for the dude that's the most open down the court, because that's how we play. We get out, we run, and we punish teams that way.
Antonio, you heard Trey talk about your three-point flurry. Can you talk about his three-point flurry, and what does it feel like to have a big guy who can shoot like that?
Man, it's great. You know, when we, come on ball screens and things like that, if he open, we give it to him. You know, we know that Trey can shoot, the long ball, like, a couple of our guards, So, we just continue to look for him. If he hot, we give it to him, so.
Antonio, over here. I want to ask, obviously you never want to force the issue, but when you're in a zone like you were there in the first half, this is a two-part question. One, how badly did you want that very last shot that you ended up making? And two, can you take me through that play, how it unfolded for you?
You talk about the last three that I hit?
Yeah, the last three before halftime, yeah.
I already knew I was hot, so I just, when I got the ball, I wasn't even thinking, it just off reaction for real. So I just, shot it and went in. So, I know I hit like three or four of them before that, and I was up in a little bit, so I just let it go.
This could be for either of you all. You kind of talked about the fight you saw from Louisville out of the gate. They won the second half. I'm just wondering how much fight you saw from them down the stretch, because this game wasn't close in the end. But did you see them quit at all, and just how would you grade their fight throughout the game?
I think that anybody watching the game could see that there was no point that they gave up or they lost any fight. We had a stretch to end the first half that put us up a good bit, and we knew going into the second half that they weren't going to go away, because whether it be a rivalry game or players' individual competitive spirit, they got dudes that can play. And like I said, that first half gave us that little gap there, and we knew that we had to keep it as best as we could, because there was still 20 more minutes of basketball.
Last one.
Trey, you said that during media day that you didn't care if you played the 4 or the 5, but every time you're like posting up a little guy doing that, making threes, you're smiling down the court. So with a couple games now with these 7-footers, how much are you really enjoying playing the 4?
Oh man, I love it. I absolutely love it. Not just because it slides me to the floor, but those dudes bring so much to the table for our team, and they're impacting shots, they're changing trajectories of dudes driving to the rim. You have people getting in there, getting that initial bump on someone that's guarding them, and then you got a 7'2", 7'5" wingspan coming out of nowhere, pinning it against the glass. So it just adds another dynamic, but I'm loving every second of it.